Hey, what's going on? Matt O'Leary back with another pregame live stream. We are playing an away game today, so we are trying to go with the virtual background. I'm trying out my green screen, and it's okay right now. Well, a blue screen, because if I went with the green screen, I would blend in. So we are trying our best right now, and I'm excited for this game, as should you. The New York Jets, I think, have a very winnable game coming up against the Green Bay Packers. I think it's a game that they absolutely should cover. They are 7 to 7.5 point underdogs, depending on where you look. And before we get into today's live stream, just wanted to mention, well, a couple of things. One, Mojo is sponsoring today's stream. Shout out to Mojo. They are a stock exchange for trading players. And the two guys that I am covering today are Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson. Aaron Rodgers comes into this game selling at $117.77 per share. He is down 0.21% over the last week. I'll show you on screen right now. It's going to blend in, so that's not going to work. My apologies. And as for Zach Wilson, surprisingly, he went down 0.5%. He's selling at 34.23, but I think still a good buy, still someone to go long on. Aaron Rodgers not getting great value at this point, but genuinely appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Super excited to get into this. We're going to go through the not the voicemails, the comment questions. Super chats jump the line, so make sure to hop in there. Kevin Sanchez says, need to have a strong run defense today. Offense needs to sustain long offensive drives and keep Rodgers off the field as much as possible. Third down conversions are going to be huge. Great point here from Kevin. It sounds crazy, but the Jets are going up against Aaron Rodgers, and everyone thinks the key to the game is stopping the run. And it's the truth. I am not afraid of the wide receivers that the Green Bay Packers have. I think the Jets corners are a good matchup for those guys. Really, the one thing that scares me is the Jones and Dillon 1-2 punch. The Jets run defense has been pretty inconsistent through the first few weeks of the year. So they need exactly what Kevin says here. They need to be able to get off the field, and their offense, the Jets offense, needs to sustain drives. I expect a huge Breece Hall day. I'd be trying to get him involved as much as possible. And I think that's your path to victory here if you're a fan of the New York Jets, which we all are. David Conklin says, can't wait for this game, Matt. Let's go. Jets, most excited I've been to be a Jets fan in years. They are 3-2 right now, with a winnable game and a chance to go to 4-2. They haven't been 4-2 since 2015. It's been a long time. And Jet fans deserve it. It's awesome. And I'm with David. I'm extremely amped up for today's game. I'm watching it with a couple buddies. I usually don't do that, but yeah, it's just, I'm amped up for today as you should be, as all Jet fans should be. And if they're able to pull off this upset win, it shows you that things are different. All I'm asking is to be competitive in this game. Don't get blown out by a Green Bay team that really isn't that good, and maybe pull an upset. I think this is a field goal game either way. The 7 points just sounds absolutely nuts. Indiana Jets says Giants were plus 10 and 1, so there's that. Yeah, it's possible. It is. It absolutely is possible. We have a fantasy question, Taysom Hill or Njoku for fantasy. I would trust Taysom Hill more, I think. Shaquan Jenkins says Denzel Mims makes his comeback. I know you have high hopes for him. Is he active today? I'm going to pull up the Jets inactives list. That's my fault. It's been a little crazy for me the last hour or so setting up so I can go live here. I want to see no, Denzel Mims is inactive. Mike White, Remmers, Jeremy Ruckert's inactive. Denzel Mims inactive. Tony Adams, Jermaine Johnson, and Bryce Hall are your inactives for today. V-Man, R.I.P. Hagrid. Yes, R.I.P. Rest in peace, King. Yep, Quincy Williams is active today. I still want to see Quan Alexander. I did a video on it yesterday. I'm happy that Quincy's back because they really need depth at the position. But I think Quan Alexander is someone who I feel a lot more comfortable with, and I'm hoping that his snap count remains consistent. Joe S. says this is the first real test against a legitimate quarterback. I would say that Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson tend to differ. Score prediction. So in the video early in the week, I said 27-24 Packers in overtime. I think that's absolutely something that is still on the table for today. I really think the Jets have a chance. I wouldn't be stunned if they pulled the upset. Just looking at the next 3 games, I think it's important for the Jets to take 2 or 3. If they take 3 or 3, great. But it's difficult for me to predict them going on the road and winning in Green Bay. I think they keep it close, though. Expert dealer, I'm very scared about this game. I pray the Jets don't disappoint us. Yeah, I think they keep it close. I absolutely think they keep it close. Jets Forever's hanging out in here. He gives us a green heart. V-Man sends a super chat. Thank you so much, V-Man. He says, Jets 33, Packers 17. By the way, thoughts on the new icon? Love it. Love the icon. You're an iconic commenter. 33-17 would be awesome. I hope the Jets put up a 30 spot in Green Bay. Kenny Aboa is active, which kind of goes into this next question by Joe S. Why isn't Ruckert getting playing time? Jacob says, Matt, what's the meal today? I'm going with pizza. We are doing buffalo chicken dip here, which I am all kinds of amped up about. Give me all the buffalo chicken in the world. I am not in Green Bay. I am out east on Long Island visiting some friends who I don't get to see that often. I usually only like to watch games at home, but I made an exception today to see some people that I haven't seen in a long time. So I'm excited to hang out and watch some games today. Did you hear Jair's comments about the Packers having a perfect game plan? We'll see. I would be pretty shocked if they are perfect, but I think this game is close. Jair's talked a lot this week. Jets Forever 55. Nothing? Yeah, let's go. Matt Curtis wants to know, does Elijah break out today? If not now, then when? I think he has every opportunity to really get this thing going. Elijah, he's too talented to continue to put up the kind of numbers he has, and eventually he's going to get hit on some big plays. Garrett Wilson and Corey Davis have been kind of doing the underneath, the crossing patterns and stuff like that, but if I'm the Jets, I'm putting Elijah back in the slot and letting him do some work in the slot where he's at his best. Scott V says, prop bets? I have a few prop bets for today. I have from BUSR, Zach Wilson over 233 yards, I believe is the number. It's an alternate line at plus money. It's like plus 108. Breece Hall over 92 yards, which is plus 2 something. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then I have a same game parlay that's plus 300. Jets plus 7.5 and a Breece Hall anytime touchdown. Those are my 3 plays on this game for today. Scott V says, I like Zach Wilson anytime touchdown for plus 700. Yeah. I love it. He's done it before. He got in the end zone last week. He's a runner. He's a runner. He's a track star. Snowball says, let's discount double check his ass. Yeah, let's go. Discount double check. Sean says, Brees Hall masterclass going for 400 yards and 6 touchdowns. Good Lord. What are we going back to like the 1920s and just running the ball 95 times today? Dominic says, low-key good value. Greg Zuerlein over 1.5 extra points at minus 125. Yeah, I think they're getting in the end zone twice. That is good value. Good call, Dominic. But I'm usually bird carries. I'm usually the same way. I only like watching games at home, usually by myself. Today's a rare exception. I'm usually the exact same way. Oh, Blake wants to know, should I go to Minnesota for the Jets game later this year? Yeah, why not? I think they have a chance. They're the only 2 games on the schedule remaining where it's like I really don't trust the Jets in those games is the 2 against Buffalo. I think they have a chance against Minnesota, and they don't really scare me that much. Brian says, was in Long Island yesterday. Live in VA for a wedding. Already regretting not staying and hitting up a Jet bar for today. Love it. Long Island, that's where I'm from. It's a great time, and it would be a great thing. John says, I don't want to go to CVS tomorrow morning for aspirin. Go Jets. Jets unleashed. The Jets need to start strong. Yeah, they do. Usually teams coming back from London start slow. So the Jets need to take advantage of that and get going offensively early and often. Main Jet fan, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, manifest victory. We got this, Matt. Love the optimism. I think they absolutely have a chance today. Bills or Chiefs? Rooting for the Chiefs, but think the Bills win. A close one. I think they get their revenge. Sully says, Jets money line. Lock. Love it. PJ, do you think the defense can lock down this Packers offense? Yeah, really, to me, it's about stopping the run. I think that's the biggest thing for the Jets today. Who to start in full PPR? Gordon, Drake London, or Kareem Hunt? I'd probably go Kareem Hunt out of those 3. Matt says, was driving through Utah and found the BYU Wilson jersey. Got to manifest some of his college magic. Yes, sir. I love that. Love rocking the college jerseys, and that's a great find. And hopefully he plays well. I think he does. I don't really expect him to throw the ball like 40 times in this game. I think it's a similar kind of game plan to what we saw last week against the Dolphins, and that should be more than enough. Jay Bay, love the optimism. Zach goes off today, 300 plus yards and 4 touchdowns. Please, from your lips to God's ears, baby. Let's go. That would be huge. If you remember, though, Sam Darnold's best game of his career came against the Green Bay Packers, so it's possible. Matt, what do you want to see from the defense today? This isn't the Packers team of old. 100%. They have to get after the quarterback. So the defensive line, if they played the way they did the last 2 weeks, I think they're in very good shape. And also, I think they need to stop the run. So Kwan Alexander and CJ Mosley and Jordan Whitehead, I think, are huge for today's game. Here we go. Too early to talk about seeding. Just take care of business. No, it's not. Let's have fun. Enjoy it. The Jets are playing good football. You can look at the wild card standings. We were looking at this. We're used to at this time looking at Tankathon for draft order. It's completely okay to talk through these scenarios. We're allowed to have fun. Snowball, you're a good dad. He says, driving my daughter to the airport during the game. Listen on the radio. Bob Wischusen does a great job on the radio. I went to the Dolphins game last week. I hope we can pull off another upset this week against an even stronger opponent. Yeah, I'm glad that you were there and saw that beatdown, 40-17. Don't let anyone take away from the New York Jets that it was against the third string quarterback. They did their job. They put up a 40 spot. Tua's not playing defense. He ain't stopping the run. Terry says, been a Jets fan since 86, and for the first time in a long time, this Jets team feels different. I am very excited. Love it. Love the optimism. Hell yeah, let's go. Sean says, which Jet will have a big breakout today? I wouldn't necessarily, if Breece Hall has a good day, I wouldn't necessarily consider that a breakout. So I'll go Elijah. I think he finally gets in the end zone and has a good day. Nice. John says, have my Lucky Kotchery white jersey on. An extremely underrated Jet. Just so good, so steady for so long. I want to see another trick play in the red zone. Yeah, Mike LaFleur's done a really good job of dialing those up. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that again. We have a super chat from Pappy. Thank you so much. At the Pats Browns game with my Jets gear. LOL. Enjoy. Hopefully we see the Browns beat the New England Patriots. Things that you would absolutely love to see. Enjoy the day, and hopefully the Jets have a nice win. Thank you for the super chat, Pappy. Ogre, hey, what's happening with Dwayne? Starting? Yeah, I would think so. I haven't seen anything telling me otherwise. Sean Hurt says sauce for D-Roy. Yeah, I think he's been one of the best rookies. Usually that's an award that doesn't normally go to a corner, but I think none of the pass rushers have really done a great job so far this year. I would say right now it's between him and Stingley. I think they've looked the best. Oreo says, hey, Matt, is there anyone you want to see the Jets trade for or make a splash for? Go all in? Not really. I think the Jets should just continue on with this young roster and see what they have. This year is really not about being a playoff team. If they are, that's just an added bonus. But to me, I just want to see the young guys develop. I'm not necessarily looking to trade away Corey Davis at the trade deadline. I'm not necessarily looking to give up picks for a veteran. I think you roll with what you have and see how this season plays out. We got another super chat from Utah Jet fan. Thank you so much. Zach, stat prediction, 276 yards. Wow, big day. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Really optimistic, but I'm crazy like that. I love it. Utah Jet fan. You gotta be optimistic. It's hard not to be optimistic about this Jets team right now. They're playing different football. Over the last few years, we've been beaten down a ton, and they've given you something to root for. How many times have the Jets been on the wrong end of a 40-17 beat down in the division? Angel asks, what is your favorite game day beer? I can't drink beer. I am gluten-free, not by choice. I am celiac. So I usually drink a bourbon. Today I am going with, I don't know what I'm going. It's Wyoming something. I'm excited to try it. I haven't popped the label on that one yet. John P, finally having fun as a Jet fan. Amen, brother. Phenom, the Jets need to have a fast start in all 3 phases to set off the Packers' home field advantage. Yeah, I don't think that's out of the question, too. They've been really good on special teams. They're, I think, second in the league in special teams DVOA. After struggling at the start of the year for Zerloin and Mann, both of those guys have been good. Yeah, I think really, I mean, we talked about it a lot already on this stream, but just for me, it's what the if the defense is able to stop the run, I think that's how they'll stay in this game. Ooh, Sheldon thinks a low scoring game, 17-10 Jets. Okay, that'd be a little bit different. Ooh, you'll have to try High West as well. Best bourbon I've ever had under $60 bottle. Love that. I'm down to give it a go. I like trying different bourbons. James, what's up, dude? I'll try to call this week for Just Jets, brother. Love it. Yes, hopefully calling in after a Jets win. Vessel says 33-23 Jets. Thoughts? Love the optimism. I would love if this team puts up a 30 spot on Green Bay. That's huge for their development. Giovanni wants to see a pick 6. I mean, the Patriots just did it to Rodgers a couple weeks ago. It's not impossible. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, they both have shown that they could be ball hawks at times. Yeah, good question, Nick. He says, I wonder if Fant will be a backup, when he returns. I think it depends really how this team plays over the next couple of weeks. If the offensive line looks like they're struggling, then maybe he continues to sit. But if they're playing well, you might not want to mess with it. Jeremy says, Jets win, Giants win, and Chiefs win. We are second in the AFC. Is this a dream? Yes. There's a real life scenario right now that the Jets could be a 2 seed after today. That's nuts. Is that sustainable? Probably not, but that's still unbelievable. I love it. Jet Life says 28-24 Jets. Matthew Malloy is on 33-27 Jets. Why did the Jets make Mike Remmer inactive? I think they're good with what they've been doing on the offensive side of the ball, on the offensive line. So the Brick Nomad. So I have A.J. Dillon in my super flex. I also have Zach Wilson on my bench. Should I swap them? A.J. Dillon has been doing so great in fantasy. I would highly consider it, to be honest with you. Dillon's gotten more carries by a slight margin. I think it's really only like 2 more carries so far. But Jones has been the much better back. He hasn't scored a touchdown since week 1. He's only had a couple good games. I might highly consider doing that. Jet Life says, facts, Joe S. Zach Wilson breakout game would be something that I want to see. Yeah, could you imagine if he goes for over 300 and like 3 touchdowns? That'd be great. There's Packers really worrying about losing this game, which plays a huge role in the game to me. Jets 27, Packers 17. More confidence in this game than I usually am. Yeah, there's a lot of really positive comments in here in the thread. I love it. I love to see this positivity. Nick says D-line needs to show out today for us to have a shot to upset them in Lambeau. Yeah, if they look like they did the last 2 weeks, then 100%. I think they'll be okay. They can't look like what they did against Cincinnati. That was underwhelming. And early on, the first 2-3 weeks of the year, the defensive line really underwhelmed, but they've been great. So, yeah, I agree. Oh, boy. Tony says our dynasty has started. Let's go, Jets. Optimism. The optimism is flowing. Mr. D comes with a super chat. Thank you, sir. I can't predict the score. I just believe they can and will win. I also believe Zach Wilson started the season. We'd be 5-0 right now. Go Jets. Man, I love this optimism from everyone in here. Yeah, I think Zach's looked pretty good through the first 2 games. Obviously, the first half against the Steelers was a little bit rough, but hey, that fourth quarter is really all you could ask for. 10-12, 2 touchdown drives, including a game-winning touchdown drive on the road in Pittsburgh, and then looked really good against the Dolphins. Wasn't asked to do a whole lot, threw only 21 times, but 210 yards, 10 yards per attempt, pretty good. Giovanni says Vinny Curry sack today. I love that. Snowball says, Matt, organize a Long Island bar game day meetup. That's definitely something that I'm interested in doing. Maybe down the line we could do something like that. That'd be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll talk to Richie about that. Get the 2 Long Island Jets creators. There's definitely more Long Island Jets creators too. But that's not a bad idea. Chris Havern, let's go Jets. Been waiting all week for this game. This one will be a big test for the young group. Love the vibe so far this year. Thank you so much, Jets NY102. He says, good luck with the full-time content. Yeah, thank you. I've been loving it so far. It's been great. Had a blast, and just looking for the train to continue to roll. It's a Sunday. It's about a half hour before kickoff. We're going to be on until about 12:45, so about another 20 minutes of hanging out here, talking Jets football with you guys. It's the best. I can't ask for any better than this. Yeah, before the season started, I thought the Jets would win 7 or 8 games, but with how they've played and with a realistic path to being 5-4 at the bye, I think I'm bumping that 7 or 8 win season up to an 8 or 9 win season. If they can get over 500, which I don't think is that crazy, who knows? Maybe they have a shot for a wild card. Ogre King says Mostert only got 100 yards because Ulbrich was slow to adjust in the second quarter and abandoned the nickel. Okay. I like that. Vessel says, hey, Matt, thanks for the videos and streams. Love your videos, man. You're welcome. I love doing it with you guys. It's so much fun to go through here and talk Jets football with you all. John says, Jets win, Yankees lose. That would be a successful Sunday. Yeah, I mean, the Yankees have a huge game today. I can't believe they lost last night with a 2-run lead in the ninth. That's tough. Phenom, hey, Matt, I wore my Sauce Gardner t-shirt to the home opener and got many compliments. Dude, hell yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for supporting. That's the absolute best. Jet Sonic, what's the weather in Green Bay? Let's give it a look. Let's do a little weather check in Green Bay. I don't think it's anything crazy. Hang on. Let's do Green Bay, Wisconsin. It is 47 and cloudy, upper 40s and cloudy throughout the day. So football weather, baby. Let's go. Not having Spiro Didi's announcing is a breath of fresh air. How about that? The #1 Fox crew today. Twisted says, many waiting for the Jets to come out unprepared and lay the egg of a game. A well-played game here would be a long way to put an end to that. Amen. In your opinion, do you think the Jets would have won with Tua or even or Bridgewater? I thought they were going to win the game with Bridgewater starting, so definitely with Tua, I think it would have been a lot closer. They almost beat him last year with Tua starting. Now Tua looks like a different quarterback this year, but I think the game would have been close and a field goal either way. So, Matt, who's your dog in the baseball postseason now? Yeah, obviously they're a division rival, but this Phillies team has been really fun. It's hard to root for the Padres after they beat the Mets. It's hard to root for the Phillies, so the National League's probably out. I liked the Mariners story. I can't believe that game went 18 innings. Maybe if the Guardians advance past the Yankees, because you have the Jimenez and Rosario connection from the Mets, that's maybe the area I would go. Maybe Houston. I like Dusty a lot, but like Houston's won a lot. So I don't know. I'm kind of obviously after the Mets have bowed out, it's a little bit tougher for me. Ooh, Vessel says 10-7. King Jamie the Mad says Jets 31, Pack 30. Good luck in your big game later. Rooting for you guys against Buffalo. Help us out. And that'd be great if the Jets won a 31-30 game. Hank G, I get it, man. He says I'm a bit sad Ruckert is inactive. I'd like to see some more of Jeremy Ruckert. I look like a Madden cartoon, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jets faithful takeover in Lambeau. Good stuff. Yeah, you got a few guys. Jets media, Green Bean does it as well. I usually hop on at halftime with Green Bean. So if you're interested, it's me, Green Bean, and Ryan and Jeremy from Jets Chaos too. When was the last time the Jets had the #1 sports team? I'm unsure of the question. Like in New York, the #1 seed in the thing. I don't know. R&R says, love the green screen. That's bananas. Thank you. Yes, I had to call an audible because I am not at home today. James says, with Jermaine Johnson not being active, do you think we'll lose an advantage on the pass rush or defending the outside run? Probably more worried about the run because Jermaine Johnson's been excellent in the rushing attack. You'll have Huff will be playing, obviously. Vinny Curry's playing. Those guys are more pass rush specialists. But, yeah, the run on the outside might be a bit of a worry. Phenom says, run the ball, control the game, set up the play action pass. Carter and Hall will both have 100 yards from scrimmage. Love that. That's great. The Jets are held to a double standard. Had they lost to the Dolphins, they would have been trashed for losing to a backup. They won, and now they're being criticized. Yep. That's the way it goes, unfortunately. Are we going to have a heart attack game today? I think so. I think it'll be a close back and forth game. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh, good question. Favorite current Jet on offense, defense, and special teams? Special teams, I guess Berrios. I think he's just so good at what he does. Defensively, JFM. I know that's like, I don't know. He's not the best player on defense, but I just think he's criminally underrated. And offensively, Zach's kind of a cop-out answer. So I'll go AVT because he's the MVP of the game for them. How effective will Lawson be on Bakatieri? I think he'll be fine. He's looked really good the last couple of weeks. He played well against Teron Armstead before he left with an injury, so I think it'll be good. Prestige Shogun. Matt, I think if there were 2 theme songs to describe Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson, Rodgers would be Bad for Michael Jackson, and Zach would be Get Low by Flo Rida because of the whole mom thing. That's fantastic. Data says thoughts on Uzama. Yeah, a little underwhelming. He's been a good blocker, but has been pretty, what does he have? 2 catches, 3 catches, something like that on the year. What green screen? He's on the field right now. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that it's a little quiet here at MetLife today. Isn't there another game? Isn't the other New York team playing here today? Can Shepard be inactive, please? That's asking too much, apparently. I don't know why it is, but it's apparently asking too much. Nope, it's on Green Bean, the Jet fans channel at halftime. How many Jet players, Lambeau Leaps will we see? Cali Jets fan. Love it. I'm going to say Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore. Those 3 get in the end zone. Hawk says, do you think Michael Clemens gets an increase in snaps with Jermaine out? He's also good against the run. I would hope so. I think he deserves it. I definitely do. What year did you become a Jets fan? Really 2003 when I was 8 years old. That's when I started to really understand what was going on. So I'd say the 2003 season. Are the Jets the cardiac kids of 2022? LOL, like the Browns used to be called the cardiac kids back in the day. That would be great. I'm down with it. They seem like a fourth quarter team, which is kind of nuts. Elijah Moore, 6 catches, 97 yards, 1 touchdown, and a crucial block for a Breece Hall 35-yard TD run. Love that. Sign me up. LaMarcus Joyner breakout game. He already had that. He had 2 picks in a game. He had it. Does Beast Hall go over 100 yards? Yes. According to Tom Pelissero, no tape on Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers banged up right thumb today, but he's shaking out the hand after some throws during warm-up. Something to monitor today. Interesting. Casey says, I'm happy that the game is on Fox. I really get to watch a full Jets game. Love that. Enjoy. Game of the week. Does Breece go over at 150? No. I think upper 90s, low 100s. I love this comment from Hawk. You remember when you were a kid and you would pull your sweatpants over your feet like Mega Man and run down the hallway super fast? That's like Barrios in real life. Yes. Uncle Nick asked, does Zach know exactly how good Garrett is? Yes. I think it's only been 2 games. I would say pump the brakes on the concern there. They'll get a connection. It's just been 2 games. So like last year with Elijah Moore, it took him a little bit to get that connection going. He's comfortable with Corey Davis. It's going to be okay. I promise, Uncle Nick. Don't worry. Mr. D, I don't do all film watch, but I'd love to rewatch Jets wins over. And what I noticed is most everything the opposing team makes a good or great play. Nathan Shepard and the second team D be on the field. Yeah. the less Nathan Shepard is on the field, the better for this team. I agree. I don't get why he continues to get put out there. The staff obviously likes him. I don't know why. Dave says, do you have any Jets starting in fantasy? Yes, I have Breece Hall going today. I think he is excellent. You think last year's joint practice will help us in any way this year? Not really. I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. Why is the game on Fox? Because it's a home game for the Packers. I think that matters. It's usually, well, no, not always, but yeah, I mean, if it's a AFC NFC matchup, that's usually the NFC is usually on Fox, so it's not like super surprising that they are. Matt, do you think we can win at Lambeau, even though Rodgers usually doesn't lose back to back? I genuinely don't think this young team is afraid of Rodgers in the pack, and I love it. Yeah, I said on a show earlier, I forget which one it was, but I was saying that this Jets team, they're almost like too young and naive to know that they're supposed to be this bad. Matthew says 75-yard Breece Hall touchdown and Berrios kickoff return. Let's get it. I'll take it. 2 big plays. I did not. I've been slacking on the one Jets drive. I've only watched one in season, and it was the win against the Browns. Game's on Fox because the entire country wants to see if the Jets are real. I know you are, but there's a ton of doubters. That's true. Sean asks, is AVT a top 10 O lineman in the NFL? If he's not, he's close. He's got to be right there. Favorite Jets memory? Mine would be 2002, the year I became a fan opener against Buffalo. Chad Morton's 2 kickoff returns in the year we spanked Peyton's ass in the playoffs, 41-7. I'm going to go Jets Pats 2010 playoffs for mine. I think that's a great one. Best in-person memory was also Jets Pats in the 2015 season. I was at the game in week 16. Ace says, I think Michael Carter will have a great game today. Okay. I think he'll be utilized in the pass more. His yards per attempt rushing has gone down a lot. AC just hauled ass back from the mountains to catch the game. Hope you had a nice time. Let's effing go Jets. Jets. Yeah, David says that's the best part about this young team. They don't care about that pass. They just got here. Yeah, that's kind of what Sauce said when he was drafted, no? And for good reason. They shouldn't care about the pass. Yeah, Pursue Shogun chimes in. It's on Fox because it's America's Game of the Week. We could seriously talk about wild card spot if they win today, Nick. He says, does a win today set the expectations for playoffs? It certainly makes things a lot easier for you. Whoa, Snowball, crazy take. Both MCs scored today. A pick 6 from Michael Carter. Good stuff. Yeah, he hasn't played a lot, but Brandon Echols has been solid. I think that's a fair point. In your opinion, are the Jets underrated, overrated, or properly rated? I think they're criminally underrated. They are going 10-7. I think they are underrated because I think a lot of people said they were going to be like a 5-win team. I don't know if I'm ready to go to the 10-7 mark yet, but I would say they are definitely underrated. Duncan says, let's not get disappointed today with a loss. Tough matchup. Keep looking for improvements. Yeah, just don't get blown out. Don't get blown out. I think that's all we could really ask for. Happy birthday to Brandon Echols. Yes, happy birthday, Brandon Echols. Hopefully he gets on the field and becomes a big play. Bryce Hall is inactive, Nick. He is not on the field. King James says, have a great day. Heading over to Richie's Jets Media channel for the live stream. I support you guys. Thank you as always. You guys are the best. Good luck today later. We're all Chief fans today. We're Jet fans and Chief fans. Sal only needs 3 more wins to have more total wins as a Jets head coach than that googly-eyed buffoon. W. I will absolutely take that. He's going to get it this year. Can we talk about the fact that we aren't talking about the draft? Yeah, that's a major, major plus. It seems like way too long that the Jets and Jet fans have been talking about the draft in October. Jets forever, all the pressure is on Green Bay. Yeah, that's for sure true. They can't afford to lose back-to-back games, and I hope they do. Also, good luck to Cleveland and Minnesota. Yes, facts. We are also Browns and Minnesota Vikings fans. Indiana says, hit the like, guys. Great show as always, Matt. Thank you all. Thanks for hanging out. I wonder if Bryce Hall is being shopped around. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been he's only been active, what, 1 game this year, I think? Maybe 2. Oh. Hot take, Jets make the playoffs and JD's changes get validated. Love it. Unpopular opinion, I like the Packers jerseys today. Oh, are they going with like the 50s look? Yeah, those are kind of, I'm not a big fan of them, but you're right. It is an unpopular opinion, but hey, it's yours. Everyone's got one. All right, I think I'm going to close out a couple minutes early today. I kind of want to get myself situated here. Thank you guys for hanging. We'll be back for the post-game recap. You guys are the best. Hopefully the New York Jets come out with a W for us on the road in Green Bay. Big stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe, like, share with a friend. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll talk to you next time.